Hi-ho, everyone, and welcome back to the adventures of Turwinkle, the Gnome Mage. Well, hi, Turwinkle.
Greetings.
Are you all set for tonight?
Indubitably.
Well, great, because tonight we're going to be talking with the guild called Cryptic Tide. And as you can see here, we are in Tol Barad. And so a PvP area, which is very interesting. We've never been here before. And so we're going to find out all about why they've chosen this place as a guild base and all those fun things that we like to learn about guilds in World of Warcraft. So with that, let us go and find this guild called Cryptic Tide. All right, folks. Well, let us see. Oh, here they are. The Cryptic Tide folks. Turwinkle in this position here. And wonderful. And here they are, Cryptic Tide. And we've got the guild leader here herself, Kaylor. Is it Kaylor? Kaylor Mindfire?
Kaylor.
Excellent. Leader of the Cryptic Tide, Relic Hunter, nickname Boss, K, Empress, my lady, Boss of Cryptic Tide. She's a level 90 human paladin, currently buried in paperwork. So what paperwork are you buried in?
All sorts. Right now we are preparing for an expedition, so Kaylor needs to get everything done with that, get everyone prepared, and we just finished with the 3-lantern market. So we just got a whole bunch of new members. As you can see here, there's Lishna and Alaric over here on the end, and Kaylor just needs to get all their files and documents in order as well.
Oh, okay. Well, well, thank you for taking time from the paperwork to speak with Turwinkle tonight.
Yeah, of course. I'm happy to be here.
Okay, and next to you is another officer, Kalendra Alisar, nickname Kali Kitten Munster, expedition lead of Cryptic Tide. She's a level 90 human priest, currently right arm in a sling. Why is your arm in a sling?
Callie recently went into Karazhan looking for some answers to something in the library, and it did not agree with her too well.
Oh, goodness, okay. And on the other side, we have, is it Lacria Riverthorn? Or is it Lacrera?
Lacera.
Oh, okay. Nickname River Cara. Lacera, lead assistant of Cryptic Tide, is a level 90 Caldori druid. Well, welcome.
Yes, actually got promoted last night.
Oh, well, congratulations. That is awesome. That is great to hear.
Thank you.
You bet. And folks, we'll learn more about how you can do that within the guild here later on in the interview. And so coming up next, folks, we are going to meet the rest of the people that Kaylor has brought with her tonight. So we'll be right back with that. Alrighty, and so let us go ahead and meet the members that you've brought with you tonight. So who do we have here first?
We have a Ritai, nickname Alaric. We often just call him Alaric. He is a greenhorn of the Cryptic Tide. He's one of the newer members that joined with the market, and he's a level 90 Gilnean Warlock.
Okay, awesome. And next?
Next we have Lishna. Her nickname is Lish. She is also a greenhorn of the Cryptic Tide. She joined around the same time as Alaric. She is a level 90 Draenei Shaman and Priest. And she's looking happier, bristling with energy.
Well, that's nice. We always like people to be happier. And next?
Next we have Sindira Martin. She's one of our longtime members. Currently she is a researcher of the Cryptic Tide. And she is a level 88 human priest. And she's currently working at getting her light back after losing it.
Uh-oh, okay, well great. Well, hopefully she gets that back soon. And next?
Next we have Marcella. Her nickname is Myra, researcher of the Cryptic Tide. She is a level 90 human mage, and she's currently exhausted.
Okay, what has been keeping you up nights, ma'am?
Well, there's been a lot of activity going on at the base. A lot of guildies popping into the base needing some medical attention. And Mira's had to be on hand to help out with that quite a bit.
Oh, okay. Oh, boy, all right. And next?
Next, we have Katharina Softpaw Goldsmith. She is a bard, an engineer, a rogue turned monk. Her nickname is Kath, Mama Wolf, and Bacon Girl.
Hold on.
She's
Hold on. What? Why Bacon Girl?
From her love of bacon.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, wonderful. You may continue, ma'am.
She is a bodyguard of the Cryptic Tide, and she is a level 90 Gilnean monk.
Alrighty, mature experience, 20 years experienced in RP, is that correct?
That is correct.
Oh, okay. Well, we may have to talk to you later about maybe doing a one-on-one talk with Turwinkle. Alright.
Okay.
And next?
Next, we have Rennick Ebenlock. He is a tattoo artist, a Brawl Pub enthusiast. His nickname is Brawl Pup, and he is a bodyguard of the Cryptic Tide. He is a level 90 non-Gilnean Worgen rogue, and he's currently smirking his trademark smirk.
Alright, and so you have a smirk that's been trademarked, is that correct?
Yeah, I've been known to have my mischievous side now and again.
Okay, awesome. And last but certainly not least,
we have Teresa Ebenlock. She is a shadow weaver and explorer of the Cryptic Tide. She is a level 90 Nightbane Worgen priest, and currently she seems a bit tired.
alright, late nights as well, is that correct?
Yeah, that is pretty accurate, and early mornings as well.
Okay. Well, great. You've brought a fantastic group here with you tonight. And so, folks, when we come back, we're going to start learning about this wonderful guild. So we'll be right back with the questions on that. All right, and we are back. And so, how did you come up with the name Cryptic Tide?
Cryptic Tide was one of several names when we were forming the guild that those that were forming the guild with me, we all voted on, and it was kind of the winner. We kind of wanted something that sounded a little, different, a little out there, because at the time there were a lot of Latin-based guild names going around, and we wanted something a little simpler, something a little fresher, that kind of went along with the adventuring theme and the research aspect of everything. And we thought cryptic was a very good adjective for mysteries and all that. And I believe Tide I chose because it was kind of is a similar word to like time, cryptic times, very mysterious times, and all things like that.
Well, sure, and it is a great name. I really like it. I think it's unique, and like I said, there's a lot of guilds that are the order of this or the order of that, the house guilds, that sort of thing. But it's actually really a neat name, and I like I said, I think it's very interesting, and it does bring about a kind of a sense of mystery with it. So you formed the guild with a bunch of other people then, did you?
Yeah, the guild actually originated in 2010 on Moonguard. I had started a few guilds before that, but Sindira here was actually one of the original members that I started the guild with, along with a few that aren't currently online or they've quit the game. But we saw that Moonguard was kind of slowly dying. We went a week with trying to get new members, and there was not even a little nibble, so we decided that was the time and maybe we should move servers somewhere more active, and that's how we ended up on Wormrest around 2011.
Okay, so you guys have been around for a couple years now.
Yeah, a couple years now.
Well, excellent. And so, folks, when we come back, we're going to find out about what their core storyline is and what their guild is about. So we'll be right back with that. All right, folks, and we have had someone show up here while we were away, and so go ahead and introduce the new arrival.
here we have Mariama Deliana, I apologize if I pronounced that wrong, professor of arcane lore and artifacts. Her nickname is Mari, and she is an explorer of the Cryptic Tide, a level 90 human mage, and she's currently smelling like slightly sweet herbs.
Oh, wonderful. Awesome, and go mage power. Alrighty, so what type of guild is Cryptic Tide? Are you guys a heavy RP, medium, light, PvP? What kind of guild are you?
We are primarily a heavy RP guild. We do enjoy some PvE aspects to the game with each other. Like right now, sometimes we put together our own flex raids and all that just for the fun, or do transmog runs. But we are most definitely a heavy RP guild.
Oh, wonderful. And so what is the Cryptic Tide storyline?
The Cryptic Tide started about 20 years ago by Kayla's mother and her other mother, two mothers. And the guild kind of had to slow down once Kayla was born so that she could be raised in that. And a couple years ago, Kayla took it over. And what the Cryptic Tide is it is a artifact recovery and research guild. We aim to further all studies of magic, technology, medicine, things like that, while using artifacts and rare and hard to gather materials to do so.
Oh, wonderful. And so your mother started the guild in the RP, and when did she pass that on to you?
Kayla got the guild around when she was 18 years old, so she got it very young.
All right, and is your mother still alive?
Yes,
Oh.
much to Kayla's dismay.
Oh, wonderful. And so, folks, when we come back, we'll get a little more into where they are currently in their storyline, and we'll find out how to get into this wonderful guild. So we'll be right back with that. Alrighty, and so, Kayla, where are you guys currently in your storyline? What are you folks up to?
Right now, we have just finished tracking down that corrupted member, and he's in our medic bay getting all fixed up, as with others that were accidentally injured upon his retrieval. But right now, we are mainly focusing on preparation for our expedition. So we need to get everyone to go through doing physicals and make sure everyone's in tip-top shape, get to know the land that we're going to, research all the threats out there. Right now, it's looking like we're going to Outland because we received a crystal in exchange for hunting down a noble family shield, and it looks as though that crystal's originally from Outland. It has immense magic absorption properties, so we're kind of interested in going out and maybe finding more.
Wow, that sounds very interesting and a lot of fun. So let's say I, Turwinkle, am a new player here and I've seen this episode, and I think, man, this is a great guild. That's exactly what I want to do. How do I get into the guild? Who do I talk to?
You can talk to several people, actually. You can talk to me, of course, Kayla, or Caliendra, Lakira. There's also a few other officers that aren't here, Laura Lynn and Estrella. And what we'll do is we'll go through a very short, small, out-of-character interview process with you first, usually, where we talk about, you know, past guilds and all that, just to make sure you're not a guild hopper and all that. And then if we like your character from there, from what you described to us, then we move on to a in-character interview where your character meets up with one of ours and we ask a few questions, and just to make sure that everything is up to snuff.
Okay, do you have any age restrictions?
No, we generally do not have any age restrictions. We do have sometimes some mature themes, like maybe like gore or violence, things like that. So every member should probably be prepared for that, because things can get messy.
Well, sure. This is World of Warcraft after all. Things
Exactly.
do tend to go from good to bad real quick sometimes. You bet.
Oh yeah, definitely. We have a lot of experience with that on expeditions. But we do not have an age restriction. I'm personally a firm believer that there's a difference between maturity and age.
Okay, excellent.
You can.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say you can be 50 years old and have absolutely no immaturity, but you could be 13 years old and be as mature as anyone.
Sure, and we found that to be the case as we've talked to several different RPers as we've gone along. How about level restrictions? Can I come in as a level 1, or do you guys have a minimum level requirement?
Our minimum level requirement is 15 for normal classes, and with the intent to level, because we do go out to areas that, kind of require levels or whatnot, unless you want to be constantly killed by the mobs out there. We do our best to protect the lower levels, but it is always preferred when you level up, be able to be out on your own. And we do tend to do 65 plus for Death Knights, just to know that you're going to continue playing that character generally, because a lot of people make Death Knights and then just let them go.
Okay, excellent. And so, folks, when we come back, we'll learn a little bit more about requirements of getting into the guild, and then we'll talk about what happens when I get in. So we'll be right back with that. Alrighty, and we're back. And so, what are you guys' RP requirements? Can I be a new RPer and come into the guild?
Yes, we do take new RPers as long as they show initiative to learn the lore and all that, and they have, the promising basics of like good spelling, good grammar. I'm personally always happy to teach a new to the community RPer.
Oh, wonderful. Do you folks have a website to go to?
We do. It's cryptic-tide.org. We are currently working on making a section on the website to keep track of what's in the in-character guild vault and what relics are in there.
Oh, wonderful. So, folks, we'll have that in the description of the episode as well, so you can take a look at that there, and go and take a look at what they have on their website as well. So, let's say you just have fallen in love with Turwinkle, you think he's going to be a perfect fit for the guild, and you invite him in. What kind of guild rules now that I'm in do I have to follow?
We are a pretty laid-back guild. Most of the rules are implied, like you have to be polite, don't do any like racist jokes. We're very LGBT friendly. Don't troll other people's RP unless it's like clearly a joke and all that type of stuff. In characterly, for rules wise, we are a firm believer not to pick fights with the Horde, because we are a neutral organization. So if you're going to go out and do any Horde killing, just kind of leave your tabard at home and do it on your own time. And along with that, we tend not to chastise people for their choices in magic. Like Aruti here is a warlock, and some people find warlocks unsavory and all that, but we're generally fine. Everyone's entitled to their personal opinions, but when it comes to guild work and guild jobs, that shouldn't be getting in the way.
Well, excellent. And yeah, that generally seems to be the main theme with guilds as far as guild rules go. Treat others as you would like to be treated, kind of using the golden rule as far as that's concerned, and to be respectful to those around you. And so it's good to hear that you guys are continuing to carry on that tradition, and it makes, I think, a better community for everybody involved.
For sure.
So folks, when we come back, we're going to talk about where I would start in the guild ranks and learn about their guild ranks and how to get promoted within Cryptic Tide. So we'll be right back with that. Alrighty folks, we are back, and so I'm in the guild. Where would I be placed within your ranks, starting off?
You would start off as a greenhorn, like Aridi and Lishna here over at the end.
Okay, and do you have a probationary period?
Not exactly, no. Greenhorn is kind of our probationary period, but generally if you pass the interview and all that, you are a full-time member.
Oh, okay. And so start off as greenhorn. Where do we go from there?
From there we go to Explorer, like Mariama. To get to Explorer, you have to show general interest in the guild, you have to show up to events, and just kind of hang out with everyone. And once we see that you're being generally active, we will promote you up.
Okay, excellent. And so you go to Explorer. What's next?
What next is kind of up to you, because we are made up of 3 divisions. Caliendra here runs our research division with Riverthorn's help here. I'm not even going to attempt your first name. Then we have Laura Lynn, who runs our medic division. Currently her assistant position is open. We'll be getting that filled soon. And for the bodyguards, we have led by Astralon. So once you become an explorer, it's up to you to choose which division you want to go into. We won't assign that to you. So you go to one of the division leads, and they'll generally give you a task to complete, and upon completion you'll be accepted into the division.
Okay, excellent. And so do you find that that's an easier way to run the guild, is to have separate divisions like that?
I find it gives it more dynamic. People have their specific jobs and everything, and and I hope they feel like they have their purpose within the guild. All 3 of those ranks are on the same level, so it's not like the researchers are above the bodyguards or anything like that.
All right, well, excellent. And so folks, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about what kind of guild events the Cryptic Tide have. So we'll be right back with that. All right, and so Kaylor, do you folks have weekly, monthly guild meetings, or bi-weekly? How often do you have guild meetings?
Our meetings can be a little sporadic. We don't have them weekly or bi-weekly because they're usually not needed. We do have them at the start of expedition prepping, and then if anything comes up that the entire guild needs to go about, we'll throw a meeting up onto the calendar. I know the divisions like to have their own meetings every once in a while, especially during expedition prep season. Callie, if you want to talk about that.
Certainly. So generally the division heads try to have a meeting every week or so when we can manage it, to get everyone together, talk to our members and people who are looking to join the division, and teach them what we're all about and things like that. During expedition prep time, we do a lot of cross-division trainings and communications where we'll work together to maybe figure out what kind of locals are in the area we'll be going to, so that the guard can learn how to fight and defend against them, the medics can learn about the area and what kind of threats to expect so they can prepare supplies properly, and the researchers are the ones who really gather a lot of that information and give it to the other people.
Oh, well, great. And so do you folks have any community events that you do, or anything planned along those lines?
We don't generally do community events because we find when we're usually out in different areas of the world, or it's kind of hard to get together with people. The one guild that we used to do events with, I believe they changed their name and their purpose, but they used to caravan out to us on their expeditions and put on whole fireworks shows and stuff like that. Was great. But right now we're not too entrenched in the community, which is something we are looking to fix.
Oh, well, excellent. And I'm sure the community would be glad to have you. So folks, when we come back, we're going to do probably one of my favorite parts of the interview. We're going to talk to the members that have come here today to find out why they enjoy being in Cryptic Tide. So we'll be right back with the start of that. All right, folks, and again, one of my favorite parts of the interview is finding out from the members themselves what they enjoy about being in their respective guilds. And so first up, and again, how do you pronounce your first name?
Teresta.
Okay, Ebon Locke. She's a Shadow Weaver, Explorer of Cryptic Tide, is a level 90 Nightbane Worgen Priest. Currently seems a bit tired, and again, we kind of discussed that at the beginning. And so, what do you enjoy about being in Cryptic Tide?
Well, what I enjoy is having access to a lot of what is going on. Before I joined this guild, I wasn't really involved in much. I occasionally did events, but I didn't really do much beyond that. And so it was nice to have events going on every so often that I felt a bit more involved in. Because maybe before I did like only one real event.
Oh, well, excellent. So the guild is always doing something that keeps you interested in the game. Is that correct?
Pretty much, yes.
Oh, well, wonderful. Thank you very much. Alrighty, up next is Rennick Ebenlock. And Sir, smirking here, his trademark smirk. Sir, what do you enjoy about being in the Cryptic Tide?
I am a very storyline-driven role player, and I have found that the Cryptic Tide has offered me dozens, if not hundreds, of opportunities to grow my character. When I started with Rennick here, he was a nobody. He was living on the streets. He was wondering when his next meal was coming. And through interaction with the various members of the Tide, he's made so much more of himself over the past, I believe it's 15 months that he's been in the guild. He's grown to be a brawl pub enthusiast. He's grown to have a roof over his head. He's been reunited with his family. He's found new family. Every time I log on, something new is happening, and there's always something exciting to keep it going.
Oh, well, excellent. Nothing more important, I think, than a guild where you feel like there's always something to do. You're not bored. So great answer, sir. Thank you very much. All right, up next is Kathlena Softpaw Goldsmith, Bard, Engineer, Rogue turned Monk, nickname Kath, Mama Wolf, Bacon Girl, Bodyguard of Cryptic Tide. So what do you enjoy about being in Cryptic Tide?
I would have to say that it would be interacting with the other members of the Tide.
Oh, well, wonderful. So they keep you busy, do they?
Yes, they do.
All right, well, excellent. Excellent answer. Thank you very much. Alrighty, up next we have Marcella Allen, nicknamed Mara. She's a level 90 human mage, go mage. And so, Mara, what do you enjoy about being in Cryptic Tide?
The great thing about being in the Tide is that Mira is kind of a shyer character. So when she's just roaming around Stormwind where she lives, she finds it kind of hard to interact with other people. But because she's in the Tide as a researcher, she kind of gets sanction to go out and do whatever work she likes. Mira enjoys brewing potions, so she gets to, a few months ago, she led the Tide out to the Shalazar Basin to help her gather some rare materials to brew something new. And she gets to be adventurous in ways that she couldn't be alone.
Oh, well, excellent. So it not only is a fun place to be, but it elevates your RP then, is that what you're saying?
Yes, indeed.
Well, great. Excellent answer. Thank you very much. Alrighty, folks. Up next is Sindera Martin, researcher of Cryptic Tide. It's level 88 human priest. And so, Sin, what do you enjoy about being in Cryptic Tide?
Well, I like the fact that everybody's always included in everything. There's no... Oh, thank you. There's nobody restricting anybody to do anything. If somebody has some kind of plot going on, anyone can jump in at any time. And even though it's been going, the guild's been going for years, and we've had people come and go, everybody's always been welcome.
Oh, well, great. Nothing more important, I think, than feeling like a guild's a home and you're always welcome to come and enjoy what everybody's doing. Wonderful answer. All right, folks, up next is Marima Delena, professor of the arcane lore and artifacts, nickname Mari. As explorer of the Cryptic Tide, level 90 human mage. Yay, mage. Currently smelling slightly like sweet herbs. Wonderful. And so we've asked her what she enjoys about being in the Cryptic Tide. And she says, honestly, I say I enjoy the players themselves more than anything else. Not just their characters. I've admittedly been into a few guilds in the past where they were more than a few turn-off members, or they were good but generally inactive. Cryptic Tide, in my experience, hasn't had either of those problems, and is probably one of the more enjoyable guilds I have been in all my time of WoW. Well, wonderful answer. Excellent job, ma'am. Thank you very much. Alrighty, folks. Up next is Lishna, nicknamed Lish. Greenhorn of the Cryptic Tide, is level 90 Drawn Eye Shaman. Currently looking happier, bristling with energy. Were you sad before, sir?
Recently, she started dabbling with shamanism, and a few of the members were less than polite to her about her change from priesthood to shamanism.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you're happier now. What do you enjoy about being in Cryptic Tide?
I've been, like some of the people have said, I've been in guilds in different games, this game, different styles of guilds, and there's just this really, really just awesomely laid-back attitude. Most everyone here has an amazing sense of humor. They put up with all my little shenanigans, and everyone, the leaders are active and actually listen to us. If I have a complaint or a question for Kay, she'll answer when she's on and not be like, well, you need to send me a mail about that. I'll get back to you in a week or two. It's instant on the spot, and you really just don't get that in many other guilds.
Well, great, and yeah, there's nothing more important than feeling like you're being heard and you're supported by your leadership. So wonderful answer. All right, folks. Up next is Arutai, nickname Alaric. Greenhorn of Cryptic Tide, is a level 90 guild name warlock, currently being interviewed by a delicious smelling gnome. Wonderful, sir. What do you enjoy about being in Cryptic Tide?
Well, since I'm the last and they took all the good answers, I really enjoy the core concept behind Cryptic Tide. I enjoy the idea of going out into the world and looking for these rare and interesting artifacts that most people don't seem to have an interest in. I really like exploring.
Oh, well, excellent. Yeah, there's nothing better than finding a kind of a different niche that a guild has. Something, you're not just your typical hack and slash guild, but you found kind of a different RP style. So wonderful answer, sir. Thank you. All right, up next is Lakira Riverthorn, nicknamed River Kara or Lakira, and the newly promoted lead assistant of Cryptic Tide, is level 90 Kaldori Druid. And so, what do you enjoy about not only being in, but helping to lead Cryptic Tide?
Well, first off, this is literally my first day being officer, but I really am fond of the general theme of Cryptic Tide. This character, I have her a little bit obsessed with discovering Titan lore, so I wanted to place her in both a research and an exploration type guild, and while browsing around looking, I found Cryptic Tide and said, hey, that looks perfect.
Well, awesome. Yeah, there's nothing better than finding a guild that, again, really fits into your RP, your own personal RP, because it really makes, I think, your RP just that much better because you're able to flow with it. So wonderful answer. All right, folks, up next is Kalendra Alsar, nickname Callie, Kitten, or Munster. How did you get Munster as a nickname?
Oh, that's an early RP with one of our older members who used to nickname everyone. Callie ate some cookies and it was nicknamed Cookie Monster, and it just got shortened to something that was easier to say.
Okay. So you're a level 90 human priest, and again, you were hurt, and we talked about that earlier. So what do you enjoy about not only being in, but helping to lead Cryptic Tide?
I think my favorite thing about leading the Tide is helping come up with all of the stories and activities that we do. It's probably also one of the greater challenges, but definitely the most rewarding part of being an officer. As far as the Tide goes, it's a great guild. Before I joined them, I was very anti-guild actually, and almost literally was dragged in here. And now I'm, head of the research division and one of the more active members in terms of contributions, so it's just a great place.
All right, so they have actually turned your mind around on the importance of guilds, is that correct?
That is indeed.
Oh, well, excellent. Excellent answer. Thank you very much. Alrighty, folks, and up we have the leader of the Cryptic Tide herself, Kalir Mindfire, again, the boss of Cryptic Tide. Ma'am, what do you enjoy about leading this fine guild?
I'd have to say what I enjoy the most about leading the guild is just making a home for everyone. I know part of this game, a huge portion of people play it solely for the social aspect, and it's really rough when you find yourself without a place that is accepting of you and that you can just enjoy yourself with. If I wasn't leading the Cryptic Tide, I would probably start another guild with a different theme. The theme I really love, but what I love about this is just making a place where everyone can be happy and enjoy themselves and just feel like they're part of something.
Well, from what we've seen here tonight and throughout the interview, in between takes and all the answers that we've received here tonight, I think you've done just that. I think everybody really enjoys being here together, being in the guild, and enjoying each other's company as they play the game, and really making it a fun social place to come and once again enjoy each other's company. And I think really that always comes back to the leadership, and so kudos goes out to you for making I think this guild a home for everybody here, and I think you've achieved what you set out to do with it. So wonderful job and wonderful answer. So folks, when we come back, we are going to give the floor to Kalir and find out if there's anything else that she would like us to know about this wonderful guild. So we'll be right back with that. Alrighty, folks, and we are back. And so Kalir, is there anything that you would like to add that maybe we haven't talked about in the interview?
Right now, as we are preparing for an expedition, we are recruiting any and all people, so medics, researchers, bodyguards, and fighters, all those type of good people. So if you want to find us, you are welcome to send mail to me, any of the officers, and we are most often found at in Tolbarad at our base at Rustburg Village. In Kerkerly, it's in the Lordoranian Mountains. And we hope to see any new members coming in. We'd be happy to meet anyone and everyone.
Oh, well, excellent. And yeah, so you heard it here, folks. If you have a tune or are looking to make a tune that's into going out and exploring Azeroth, finding those rare items out there, looking into kind of the history of Azeroth and researching those things, this is an excellent guild for you to come and join. A wonderful sense of humor and a wonderful RP concept that is really well grounded in this guild, the Cryptic Tide. So excellent. So when we come back, folks, Turwinkle will give his final farewells before he heads back home. So we'll be right back with that. All right, folks, and we are back, and it has been a wonderful evening with these folks. They've been very patient and very kind to answer all of Turwinkle's pestering questions. They've been just a wonderful group to talk to, not only during the interview, but in between. It's just been a joy talking with these fine folks. And so thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming out here.
You bet.
It's been a great
Huzzah.
time.
Glad to do this.
Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
All right, folks, so we are going to head back to the hinterlands to give Turwinkle's final thoughts on this wonderful guild, the Cryptic Tide. Alrighty, folks, well, we made it safe and sound back to the hinterlands. And boy, Turwinkle, what a great night, wasn't it?
Sure.
We had a lot of fun with the guild, Cryptic Tide. And so let's give them a nice thank you, shall we?
Thank you.
Alrighty. Well, folks, if you liked this episode, click that like button. If you'd like to comment on this episode or any of our previous episodes, please do so below. Let us know what you liked and let us know what you didn't like. And finally, if you'd like to subscribe, well, we would love to have you. Well, Turwinkle, another excellent job done, sir. And Turwinkle, we will see you next time.
It's been fun.
It has been fun. Bye-bye.